Hi everyone, welcome back to Grandpa Mark's Hobbies and a build finale of my AMT 1967 GT-350 kit. I gotta say, I love this kit. I had very few problems, and the only problems I really had, I made myself. So let's get started looking at what we got done. Let's move the guys out the way and we'll get rolling. Chandler, you gotta just give up on the engine, dude. It's gonna run as good as it's gonna run. So here we go. In a nutshell, this car fit together perfectly. I painted the stripes myself because I didn't like the decals were just a little too thick. On the front though, I did use the decals here and underneath the bumper because it was just easier to try to mask off this hole in line with the lights and everything in there. I didn't want to mess that grill up. It came out just too good for me. The lights, I put the lenses on using my quick shine. Same with the little ones down below. What I did with these though is I painted them silver, and then I put a little tiny dot of orange in there to try to make it look like the way those bulbs. Let me turn it around into the light a little better here. Let's see if that works. Try to make it look like there was just that little orange bulb that used to come in. Instead of having the whole lens orange, they just had a little orange bulb. And that's what I was trying to do there. The dash came out really good. Let me pull the hood off of here, bring it up. I used the I used the molded on pins on both sides. I just took my Maltol pen and went over them, and then I went over them again with the quick shine. I drilled a hole this way, just in there far enough to where I could get my wire in, and then I just took some of my AG32 wire, glued it in and wrapped it around the bottom and just kind of pushed it in place so it won't go anywhere. And then I took Quicksilver or Molotov pen and went over the copper color, and man, did it came out really nice. The inside, I didn't talk about this, but the inside of this, the felt really looks good in there. I put some tape in here because I was working on something and it showed through, but if I wanted to, I could repaint that real quick and then disappear. But I figured that far up on the engine, you're never going to see it anyhow, so I left it go. The engine, while we got the hood off, let's bring this engine up and show it off a little bit. I did the plug wires like I always do. The detail in this engine is pretty decent. I added my battery cables. I ran the one down over to the head. I ran the other one back down to the starter just to give it some life. I did remember to run the fuel line up and in there, so it's on the carb, but I glued down my air cleaner. This side's got the linkage and everything and the return spring, but it's all there. But man, it just looks really good. That German gray with the silver cap looks really good now that it's sitting in place. And so do the two braces with the little blue and the dots on them for the bolts. The radiator cap, I did that with just a silver gel pen. I let it sit overnight, and then I came back and I did a circle with the little gold gel pen I have, and it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. So let's set this back down, and I'm going to do a quick wipe here because I got my grubby fingers all over this thing. The interior came out great. I'll show you a few pictures of that on the end when I do the music montage. The sides, I love it. Those rims came out so cool. A little bit of clear orange on the caps, the center caps. Brought it out just like I did the clear orange on the decal up here to bring out that life. The interior looks really good. It's hard to see here, but again, you'll be able to see that once it's, on the videos. the rear end. Let me flip this thing all the way around, get my grubby fingers all over it again. That's all right. I'll give it a good shining when it's done. But the rear end came out very nice. I did a little bit of flat white in here for the backups. I drilled these out, and then I filled them up here with just flat black. I didn't even try to do anything special. Just wanted to make them look deep. The tail lights, what I did with those is behind them I painted with chrome silver, Tamiya's chrome silver, and that gives them that nice reflective look in there, and a little bit of depth. And then on the chrome, again, I used the Tamiya's orange, the clear orange, went around everything and brought it out. I painted the Cobra black, and then I just wiped it down a little bit to try to give a little bit of detail into that Cobra. There was a bunch of detail on the Cobra, so it looks pretty good. I threw out what a good name for a license plate, and Venom was the first one that came up, and I thought, that's really cool. So this is the Venom. Geez, I'm trying to break it here. Let me take the hood off. We'll flip this bad boy upside down, and there's the bottom side. You can see I glued a little bit here just to hold it in place. I had a big gaposis on this side, but all in all, it lays on 4 flat and looks very good. So I didn't have any problem at all getting it on with the front and the back, with the front and the back skirt on. I tucked it in, set it down, and then I spread out the back side and dropped it in, and then kind of fussed the firewall down into place. It went down there. It did struggle a little bit, didn't want to go, but it went in far enough. You just have to really bend this out. And then when I did, the front window loosened up and dropped. I didn't notice it. So I had a little gap there that I had to mess around and pull, and I scratched the glass on the inside. So after this is all said and done, I'm going to hit the inside with a real quick shot of the quick shine, and that'll hide that scratch. You'll never know it was there. But look at the detail in there. She's really sweet. Not too bad, huh? Very, very happy. I did glue down the trunk. I'm never going to show it with the trunk lid open. I probably will never show it with the hood open either. But I glued it down. I put a magazine on the front seat. Not sure if you can see it there, but that's a 67 car magazine. Just made it look good. A little interest inside there, a little color over all that black, just to show things up. I cut this out too. Thought it looked pretty cool. I'll set that with it and when I display it. And I'm telling you, again, I'm happy with this car. I had a blast with this car. We had fun. We had a lot of fun with this. So, I don't want to bug you too much here. We're already 8 minutes into this, and I want to give a bunch of pictures of the build and then the finish. So let's get to the music. Thanks for the thumbs up and the kind words, everybody. I really appreciate it. Give me some comments, suggestions, what you want to see next, what kind of music you want to hear even. But anyhow, let's break off and go straight to the music. Have a great weekend.